I want to take a moment and briefly talk about gay people. Some people think that I'm gay, and of course I am not.
Gay marriage. Is gay marriage okay? Is it sinful?
But this video comes as a result of how countries treat gay people. I, generally speaking, don't want to visit countries and definitely not live in countries based on how they treat gay people. Why? Is it because I'm gay? I'm not.
Would you worship my penis? I mean, would you suck my
But because it is a fundamental reality, how you treat this particular group of individuals is how wise you are as a human being. What is the ultimate truth, my friends? Well, we can observe in nature that there are gay behaviors in virtually every aspect of nature.
In the beginning, males and females evolved so that they could come together, mate, and produce offspring. And so we believe that sex has one simple purpose: reproduction. But look closer. These are two females having sex, and these two have formed a homosexual pair bond. These octopuses are both male, and these male dolphins will probably be lifelong sexual partners. This kind of sexual behavior is not going to produce young. Yet, from seals to flies, to date, homosexual behavior has been documented in a few hundred species.
Hurrah! And including the human beings. But for whatever reason, the insane people long time ago and even now have written books, claim that they're God, and the punishment of gay people, you should never do this.
Since then, more states have endorsed same-sex marriage. It's becoming much less prohibitive. What's your view now?
You know, Piers, it really never changes because mine's based out of the scripture. The scripture says that homosexuality is a sin. So, you know, I believed it before and I still believe it now. Respecting my faith and believing, you know, in what the scripture says, that's the way I can interpret it. Scripture.
All right, yes, we understand that gay people can't reproduce. That's totally a different thing. But if you're a consensual adult and what you do in the bedroom should be none of our concern.
When we say sexuality, it is something nature has put in us because there is something called as perpetuation of the race or the species, otherwise it won't happen. Of course, we being human beings, having more brains than body, supposed to, because of that, we kind of eliminated the reproductive part and just using the pleasure part of it. This is sexuality right now largely in the world. This pleasure also is come into the sexuality process because otherwise, if there was no pleasure to it, maybe we wouldn't be born, you and me. Our present parents would not have gone into it if there was no pleasure at all attached. Yes or no? So we are here because of that. So there is no denying it or putting it under the carpet, that's not the thing. Somebody has a certain kind of sexual preference which has got nothing to do with the reproductive process as such. It is their personal preference. Because every individual has the right to do whatever the hell they want to do with their body, because it's their body. If it is something harmful, you're going to cut your nose off or you're going to cut something else off, then maybe we will try to prevent you. But you're not causing any harm to yourself in that way, then it's your business as long as you do something in your private. What a person does in their private space is nobody's business. Government need not enter people's bedrooms, that is the law. All right?
So the one extreme, on one hand, is total repression and total denial of this aspect of life.
For condemning my friend Stephen Fry for his nature, for saying you couldn't be a member of our church, you're born in sin. He's not being condemned for what he does, he's being condemned for what he is. You're a child made in the image of God. Oh no, you're not. You're a faggot. And you can't join your church and you can't go to heaven. This is disgraceful, it's inhuman, it's obscene, and it comes from a clutch of hysterical, sinister virgins who've already betrayed their charge in the children of their own church. I say that homosexuality is not just a form of sex, it's a form of love, and it deserves our respect for that reason. That when my children were young, I'd have been proud to have Stephen as their babysitter, and I'd told them they were lucky. And if anyone came to my door as a babysitter wearing holy orders, I'd call first a cab and then the police.
You should never be gay. If you're gay, this is blasphemy, you're illegal, there's no such thing as gay people like African countries believe.
We bring in the studio this morning one of the gay rights activists. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you for
Good morning.
Me. Morning to you.
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.
There's no such thing, it's impossible. And in some of the European country that's currently attacking other European countries, it's also outlawed to be gay. So this one simple metric of how a country views gay people is a good overall categorization of the development of that country. The other extreme is glorifying this and having this be the most amazing thing and putting your focus and attention on this, especially as it relates to children, because that is where you cross the line. In Toronto, Canada, where I live, there's something called as the Gay Pride Parade. And it is one of the most incredible things I've seen in this city. Not because I'm gay, not because I like to see naked men walk on the street, I don't. But because the first time that I saw this, I saw how liberated this country is. How free you can be in this particular one day or 5 days out of the week or one weekend. How free human beings can be. And that's fantastic. And I definitely know you can't do this in large parts of the world. So this is a celebration. It's a celebration of your freedom. Freedom to choose whatever you wish. And the abolishment of the slave mindset that people had. And the abolishment of ignorance also in general. Should you push this onto people? Should you go and knock on the streets and, hey, did you know that you should be doing this, or did you know I'm gay?
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
No, you shouldn't do that. That's obviously incorrect. But the basic reality, this is happening in nature. There are gay couples, there is gay characteristics in human behavior, and that's okay. And there's nothing needs to be done about that. It's just an observable fact. With observing facts and living based on facts, well, that's what we call wisdom. But most countries repress this, deny this, outlaw this, which is, that is a country that if they're doing that to human beings, what else are they doing?
FBI, open up!
And in the case of this country that's attacking other countries in Europe, one of the most horrendous or horrific places to live, not just in the conditions of life, but also in the totalitarian regime that they live in. Other countries like North Korea and different countries in Africa have such strong opinions about gay people that if they have such strong opinions about a particular group of individuals that is not common, chances are if you cross a line that they don't like, they're going to punish you severely as well. And that's very clearly observable in all of these countries.
I don't like them putting chemicals in the water that turn the friggin' frogs gay.
So live in a country that is tolerant, that is accepting, and that is just basically wise, looking at the facts of life and living in accordance to that.